Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is. We are on chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge, text 27. Sarvan indriya karmani prana karmani chapare atma samyama yogagna juvati jnana dipite. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Others who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of the mind and senses offer the function of all functions of all the senses and of the life breath as oblations into the fire of the controlled mind. So Krishna has been giving knowledge of the different sacrifices. The yoga system conceived by Patanjali is referred to herein. The Yoga Sutra of Patanjali. In the Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, the soul is called Pratyag Atma and Parag Atma. So Prabhupada is giving a reference that what is being referred to herein is the Patanjali system of yoga. So as long as the soul is attached to sense enjoyment, it is called Parag Atma. But as soon as the same soul becomes detached from such sense enjoyment, it's called Pratyag Atma. So according to Patanjali, now we are the soul. We are the soul. In our original state, we don't want to be in this body. We don't want to enjoy this body or the material elements. That is our original state. And that original state is Pratyagatma. But now, because we are inside the body and we are thinking we are the body, and we are thinking, I need to enjoy this body, I need to enjoy the material world, then we are called Paragatma. The soul is subjected to the functions of 10 kinds of air at work within the body, and this is perceived through the breathing system. So the life airs in the body are 10. There are different types of life airs in the body, which are surrounding the soul. Like that's the pran is the one which is actually keeping the soul inside the body. That's also a life air. And then how the yogi, how does the yogi become aware of this? When he's sitting, he's doing his breathing exercises, but not the breathing that we just do for 15, 20 minutes or even half an hour now. This is like really for years and thousands of years, the yogis sit down in meditation. The Patanjali system of yoga instructs one how to control the functions of the body's air in a technical manner so that ultimately all the functions of the air within become favorable for purifying the soul of material attachment. So now what has happened is because we are inside the body and we are thinking, this is mine, this is my body, everything that we see around us or experience, we think it is for my enjoyment, my possessions, my family, my society, country. So we have a lot of attachments. Now the yogi in this Patanjali system, what he does, with his breathing process, he is with the purifying the soul. He's purifying himself. Purifying himself means he is understanding, okay, not to be attached to these things because I'm not the body, but I'm the soul. According to this yoga system, Pratyagatma is the ultimate goal. So according to Patanjali, being situated on the platform of the soul, that, okay, I'm not the body, I'm the soul. So, okay, once I understand I'm the soul, that's enough, finished, my job is done. That's my goal. So this is according to Patanjali system. This Pratyagatma is withdrawn from activities and matter. So Pratyagatma, as we said, is the soul which does not want to enjoy the body or the senses, understands that I am not matter, I am separate from matter, I'm spirit. The senses interact with the sense objects like the ear for hearing, eyes for seeing, nose for smelling, tongue for tasting, and hand for touching. And all of them are thus engaged in activities outside the self. So we have these senses. What are our senses? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and the hand. Now, all these senses want sense enjoyment. So they are looking for the objects of sense enjoyment. So for the eyes, what is the object of sense enjoyment? Seeing. The eyes want to see some form. Always want to see some form. No, how long can we close our eyes? Not possible. Ears, we are looking. Ears, we want to hear something. We want to hear the sound. The nose, we want to smell fragrant things. The tongue, drives us crazy. I want to eat this, I want to eat that. That's so tasty and so yummy. And hand, we always like to touch nice things. Nice, we don't like to touch thorns. We'll say, oh, I'll get pricked. So, and all of them are thus engaged in activities outside the self. So all this has nothing to do with the soul, right? The soul is totally spiritual. All this is ingredients of the material energy, as we were just hearing in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So they are called the functions of the prana vayu. The apana vayu goes downwards. The vyana vayu acts to shrink and expand. The samana vayu adjusts equilibrium. Udana vayu goes upwards, and when one is enlightened, one engages all these in searching for self-realization. So right now, it is said, okay, so these are called the functions of the pran vayu. So what is the functions of the pran vayu? To engage the senses in their sense objects. That's the function of the pran vayu. Then what is the apan vayu? Well, these are the different life airs, right? That the yogi is trying to manipulate by his breathing. So the apan vayu, it goes down. The vyana vayu acts to shrink and expand something, to make it smaller and to make it bigger. Samana vayu adjusts the equilibrium. Udana vayu goes upwards. And when one is enlightened, then one engages all these in searching for self-realization. So when the yogi, when in this Patanjali system, when he has perfected it, his breathing process, then what does he do? Then he's trying to understand, who am I? Okay, I'm the soul, but he's trying to understand, who am I? Okay, I'm not the eyes, not the hands, not the legs. I'm not anything material. So he's trying to understand that, who am I? So this is the Patanjali system that Krishna is referring to in this text of Bhagavad Gita. It is, for us in Kali Yuga, it is an impractical system for us to follow, so to achieve perfection, because we do not have that kind of a discipline. We do not have that kind of life. We don't have that so many years in this body to be able to perfect it. And so the easiest yoga we are given in this Kali Yuga is the Sankirtan Yoga, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and hearing from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, so we can realize ourselves. But because Krishna is giving all knowledge to Arjuna, so he's giving him everything. But Arjuna himself is going to tell him later on that, oh, this yoga process is very difficult for me. So if Arjuna found it so difficult 5,000 years ago, what to speak of us, Arjuna was much more qualified. He was in Dwapara Yoga, more able to control his mind and senses. We are Kali Yuga people. So our minds are always disturbed. We don't have so much control. So the most practical yoga that's given to us in this Kali Yuga is hearing and chanting. Hearing and chanting for self-realization, to achieve the highest goal, which gives us even higher than only self-real. Well, we realize ourselves, true self-realization means we come to the point of love of God, because that is true self-realization. Is that okay?
Yeah, like how we read about Kardamba Muni.
Yeah.
He also did so much, all these controlling this, and then the air came. It was mentioned in the previous chapters, right?
Yeah, he was following, I think, the Ashtanga Yoga. He did meditation for 10,000 years.
Yeah, meditation. But that is also very, very difficult. And then this looks even more difficult than that.
Yeah, imagine trying to search out the airs within our body
Yeah.
by meditation and then trying to manipulate those, trying to control those airs. Where is our mind having so much control to do it, you know?
Wow.
So yes, and so that's the reason Lord Chaitanya gave us the easiest process, because he knew otherwise, oh, what's going to happen to the Kali people? How will they get self-realization? So he said, okay, you chant the holy name and hear from Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah. And then there is no restriction where you chant, how you chant. There's nothing like that
Yeah,
in connection to that.
yeah. You know, they're so kind because they know we are really Kalyug people, you know, where we are going to be able to follow all those restrictions. No, it's not only at this time, only in this way, you know, where we really, we might not be able to follow it, you know. Maybe some, very few might be able to follow it, but the majority.
Yeah, they can't.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
so we just continue to hear and chant.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for listening and joining in. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.